Before coming to Brock, I had a very conservative way of thinking in regards to social studies. I often thought about social studies as a bland and boring subject. Teachers can have a very profound effect on how you think about a subject or how you think about school. When the most boring teacher comes into your classroom, the hands of the clock begin to slow down. This was something I experienced quite often throughout my elementary school career. Teachers have the ability to change our experiences in the classroom. We will only go as far as our teachers will take us, and I plan to make my students reach for the stars. This is not only a duty, but an obligation to my classroom. My social studies classroom will be organized in a cluster system. The cluster system comes with many pros, including encouraging interaction with all students, creating a more personal and safe environment, promoting cooperation and teamwork, and developing reflection, problem solving, and communication skills. As with all ways of organizing a classroom, there are some cons, including increased noise level, distractions, and off-task behavior, decreased productivity, and less individual accountability. These are things that I feel I will be able to overcome in my classroom. An extremely fun idea that I had if I taught a younger grade would be to organize the class into a clump and design either a boat, an airplane, or a spacecraft around it. This would be fun and engaging for the little children and would also create a tight-knit community within my own classroom. A great culminating end-of-unit activity for the Heritage and Identity Past and Present unit would be an All About Me featuring a silhouette activity. This would be a great cross-curricular activity with art, which would allow the student to express their full artistic abilities. There are two specific instructional approaches that I would like to focus on in my social studies classroom to further engage my students and make social studies all the more interesting. The first approach I would take is experiential learning. It is an inductive, learner-centered, and activity-oriented approach. The emphasis in experiential learning is on the process of learning and not on the final product. Interactive instruction relies heavily on discussion and sharing amongst participants. The interactive instruction strategy allows for a range of groupings and interactive methods. This may include total class discussions or student pairs or triads working on assignments together. Why teach social studies? I want to prepare my students for living in a democratic society and independent world. I want them to be informed and thoughtful, to act politically, and to have moral and civic virtues such as concern for others, social responsibility, and the belief in the capacity to make a difference. I will make a difference to my students. There's a saying that says, I'm a teacher, and instead of making money, I decided to make a difference. This is an ideology that I would like my pedagogical career to revolve around. The difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do now to make a difference. This is something that we all must reflect upon as we finish our first year of Teachers College and as we move on to second year and finally into the real world. Ta-da! The end. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Created using Powtoon.